Uh, we're looking for some volunteers. We do a literacy program for kids ages 6 to 9. Our program happens only on Saturdays. So you're going to be asked to choose either a 10 to 12:30 or a 2 to 4:30, or you can do both. We would love to have you for both as well, if that's available for you. Program overview kind of talks about the program in general. You're going to hear a lot of people talking to you about working with kids around academic enrichment, literacy, math, etc., etc. Our kids are extremely struggling in those areas. The area that we're choosing to focus on is literacy. The concept is if you can't read, it's kind of going to be a struggle to do anything academically, right? Okay? So, also it talks about the role of the volunteer. You're going to be working one-on-one with a kid, or you're going to be working in a group setting with a kid, right? Talks about what a typical program session looks like. So you got to get an idea of what happens inside of the program. On the back, if you flip over to the back, it talks about some qualifications. Main qualification is that you're going to show up, right? You know how kids are. They see you, they get used to you, and all of a sudden, if you're not there, they're like, well, what happened to blah, 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 right? So we're just asking, again, that if you do commit to the program, we understand that things come up. You might get the flu, you might get, drink too much beer on Friday, can't get up Saturday morning. We kind of understand all of that. We just ask that you just do your darndest to come, right? Because we count on it, right? Pretty simple. No real requirements. You do have to pass a background check. You might as well get used to that. Literally, you got to pass a background check if you apply for jobs or try to get an apartment. So you can imagine working with kids, we kind of want you to pass a background check, okay? So that's also, we pay for that. It's no cost out of your pocket, etc. Right? Main thing I want to focus on, a couple of things. All trainings and sessions will take place at Hope Community. You hop on the number 2 bus from over here on campus. It takes you about 10 minutes to drop you at our front door. We do also provide parking, and then for you bikers, we got racks and all that kind of stuff for you as well, right? We do have a mandatory training. It's called the ABCs of Reading. The Minnesota Literacy Council will be doing that. That's going to be on January 31st, 10 till 3. That's the only time we're going to ask you to stay a longer period of time. That's where you're going to get all of the tools and the skills that you need to work with these young people. If you cannot make that date, we still want you to come and work with us. We'll work around it. We'll have you shadow some people who do the training. However, we do really want you, if possible, to come to the training, because that's where you kind of learn everything.
Can I add one thing?
Yeah.
So our office is also hosting a version of that ABCs of Literacy training. That's, I think, on the 4th. I'm not positive off the top of my head. But so if they miss yours, there is an opportunity to make it up.
Yep, there's an opportunity. If you can come to ours, it's good because you get to kind of be amongst the people you're going to be working with as well. Basically, our sessions, we're asking you to commit to a total of 12 Saturdays. One thing, if you notice, if you look where it says March 7th and 28th, in the month of March, you only come twice because that's your spring break and we don't want to interrupt anything inside of that. So our program don't bump up on your spring break. We take all that into account. And we end May 2nd, which will give you a couple weeks head start to finals. We know that you're here to graduate. Okay, so again, the program, very diverse community. Sometimes people get into what colors, what cultures, what's this, what's that. The bottom line, you're going to be working with some kids who need your help. It don't matter what color they are. It don't matter how much money their mama make or how much money their parents don't make, right? There's some kids who's struggling with literacy who need your help. I leave every one of these presentations with something. If you don't hear nothing that I say today, please listen for about 10 seconds. The number of jail cells that is built in America is based on third grade reading scores, right? The number of jail cells that's built in America is based off of third grade reading scores. We know that America has more jail cells than anywhere on Earth, right? I haven't been to Mars or anything like that, so all we can talk about Earth, right? So very simply, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? 10 people I just counted off. If you're not reading third grade level by third grade, 7 of y'all are going to jail. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay, y'all going to jail, come on. No, I'm serious, that's just go back. But that's why we need you to come to Hope Community and volunteer. Like he said earlier, all of these are great organizations, we all know each other. Wherever you choose to do your work at, it's going to be greatly appreciated, and you are going to make a difference, and you are going to have an impact. However, we need about 60 volunteers. Here's the sad part about when I say that, right? That lets you know how dire the need is, right? If we need 60, and we ain't even close to serving as many kids as we actually truly need the help. So, any questions for me? Go ahead.
Yes, you would get 60.
Volunteers?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get about 60. Yeah.
Also,
I'll count you out. No, go
also,
ahead.
kind of a funny question, but what would be disqualifying on these background checks?
The only thing that would ever disqualify you would be that you did some type of transgression against a child. Okay, so we get a lot of typical stuff. College students, we get a lot of underage drinking. Somebody stole a steak because they were hungry. They ate at Denny's and didn't pay for it and got caught. You ran too slow, got caught. You know, so we get a lot of typical things. And what I try to say to people, period, is whatever is on your record is on your record. You're going to have to deal with it one way or another, right? So if there's anything that you ever feel you need to share with somebody, just do it out front, and then you can work around it. But we've seen everything from underage drinking, fighting with their boyfriend and girlfriend, whatever, right? But the only thing that would truly disqualify you from working with young people is if it was some type of transgression against a young person. So that's what would disqualify. Oh, I forgot the most important thing for college students. We actually feed you, right? We actually give you free meals because part of our programming is this community meal thing that kind of happens. So we actually feed you as well. So free food, work with some kids, free parking, 10-minute bus ride.
Where are you again?
We're on Portland and Franklin.
Is this connected to Project Required Living at all?
Nope.
Nope, that's them.
me.
Oh.
We're neighbors
But we're all neighbors, we all know each
Is
other.
that right?
There's a whole corridor.
Great.
All right,
Great
thank you
segue,
guys.
thank you.